Hope you all are doing good. I am Dr. Aditi Jaiswal. I am a foreign medical graduate, as you all know, and those who don't know me, so I am Aditi Jaiswal and I am a foreign medical graduate. I have graduated from Tver State Medical University and cleared my FMG with 207 marks. So here I am with another video, and most of you guys have commented in the comment section below and told me to make videos on more subjects like ENT, Pedia, OFTA. I have got many requests and thank you so much for commenting and connecting with me. So today's video is about smaller subjects and scoring subjects, as I promised you in the last video. And if you've not seen the last video which I made regarding important topics in bigger subjects, so I'll link it somewhere in the I button, so please watch that video as well. And today I have brought this video regarding scoring subjects and smaller subjects. So let's see what all we can cover, and I'll do my best to cover everything in this video, but if I don't, so I'll make new video again. Okay, so without further wasting your time, let's begin the video. So let's start with the first subject, that is biochemistry. So let's begin. So please note down the important topics as I read them in front of you. So the first topic in biochemistry is amino acid. The classification, the whole classification should be like fitted in your mind very nicely. Then second topic is urea cycle, the enzyme involved and the diseases related to that. Then primary, secondary and tertiary protein structure. Then we have gout, Lesch-Nyhan syndrome, alkaptonuria. Next topic is albinism, the enzyme defective and different types of albinisms also you have to study. Then we have type of tyrosinemia, the enzyme involved in tyrosinemia. Then ETC cycle, very important. Please by heart the whole cycle, the ETC cycle, it is very important. Then we have the DNA structure. You should know the DNA structure, where is the H bond, where is everything in that DNA, and various types of DNA. Then we have fats. So in biochemistry, vitamins are important and fats are important. So those two topics, don't miss them and go. Okay. So we have the fatty acid synthesis and its metabolism. Read that topic and go. Then also very important, every year I have spotted this question, that is competitive versus non-competitive. Okay, so please keep that in mind, which are the competitive inhibitors and which are the non-competitive inhibitors, and what is the shape of the graph and everything. That will surely come in this exam also. Then there is heme synthesis, role of LDL, VLDL, chylomicron. Yes, you should know from where they come, what they do, everything. Then pyrimidines in proteins, you should know that. Then we have histone proteins. Then enzyme required for lagging strand and nick sealing. This is very important. Okay, lagging strand and nick sealing, you should know this by heart. The enzyme required, like DNA ligase, we all know, so please keep in mind. Then we have telomerase. Now telomerase is also important in pathology regarding aging, so please study the telomerase part nicely, because they tend to ask you questions on that. Then we have defect in the xeroderma pigmentosa. Which defect, which type of gene inheritance it is, they tend to ask you. And then defect due to UV rays. The next topic is synthesis of IgG. Okay, then we have splicing, that is snRNA. Then we have RNA, the tRNA, the mRNA, the rRNA. You should know every type of RNA and every types of DNA. Okay, so rRNA is the most common RNA, so please study the ribosomal rRNA. Then what is a primer? They ask you question, what is a primer? So you should know what is a primer. Then we have characteristics of codon. Okay, next topic is post-transitional modification of coagulation factor. What is required? We require vitamin K, we all know that. So this was the question in my exam, so I have mentioned here. Then gene silencing, gene switching, jumping gene, you should know all these genes. Then Prader-Willi syndrome versus Angelman syndrome. it is very important. Where maternal side is affected, where paternal side is affected, you should know. Then uses of northern blot technique, western blot technique, southern blot technique, and dot blot. So this all the blotting techniques, please study them carefully. So we all have that mnemonic for northern blot, like roti in Hindi, that is R. Northern blot is for RNA, that is roti, that is R. Then southern blot is for that, like remember, like dosa. Then it is South ka dosa famous, so you should remember like DNA ke liye hai. So I have made such codes, but if you don't have like this, then you can remember the way you like. Then we have PCR steps. Then use of fish, gene locus, gene mapping, and rapid chromosomal identification. So gene locus and gene mapping is important. So these are the topics in biochemistry. So guys, don't get confused if something new is introduced to you. It's okay if you don't know that. So let's begin with the next subject now. So the next subject is pathology. So pathology, guys, is very important subject, and nobody should skip pathology and go in the exam. You have to study pathology. If you don't understand, then too you have to try your level best to complete the entire pathology. So please don't leave pathology and go in the exam. So pathology is very important subject, guys, and let me tell you some important topics in pathology. So as you all know, there is general pathology and there is systemic pathology. So according to me, the first 5 chapters of general pathology, everything is important in that. You have to read them like very nicely, like by heart them. Like even if somebody tells you from sleep that wake up and tell me something about general pathology, you should be able to tell. So please study like that. And systemic pathology is also important, but I feel general pathology is more important than systemic pathology. You have to study everything, guys. By no means I tend to tell you like don't study this or study this only. So please keep that in mind, that I'm not telling you only to study this. These are some topics of frequently asked questions which I have collected. There can be many more, so you can also comment in the comment section and tell me like this is also important, and we can connect and we can help each other. Okay, so pathology, we start with staining technique for collagen, bone, calcium, iron, and lipid. You should know the staining techniques and the various stains. Stains used for different microorganisms like H. pylori, then fungi, amyloidosis. You should know them by heart. Then bactericidal in neutrophils, respiration burst, then free radical scavengers, yes. Then SOD, glutathione peroxidase. You know that cycle, right? You should know that. Then distinguishing feature between reversible and irreversible. How will you distinguish irreversible injury and reversible injury? Then electromicroscopic findings of apoptosis, very important. Apoptosis topic is very important. Please study apoptosis nicely. Then the genes, apoptotic, anti-apoptotic, the pro-apoptotic genes. What is the reversible cycle, what is irreversible cycle, everything you should know. Then caspase involved in intrinsic and extrinsic, yes, caspases which are involved in intrinsic and extrinsic pathways. Then caspase in pyroptosis and necroptosis. Then example of permanent cells, stable and labile cells. All the examples, which cells are permanent cells, which cells are stable cells, and which are the labile cells. Okay. Then we have gamma Gandhi body. Which mineral is there like in the gamma Gandhi body? Then like iron hai ki calcium hai, you should know. Then heart failure cells, the timings, what findings you will find in heart failure patient, you should know that. Then most common type of cell injury in the body is ischemia, we all know that. Then complement and chemotaxis, complement system, chemotaxis. Hepatitis B graft. So hepatitis B is a must, no question. So hepatitis B is important in micro PSM pathology. Like hepatitis B, the topic is important. So please study hepatitis B nicely. Then the next topic is example of C Anka and P Anka. Then nephrosclerosis, you should know the RPGN, FSGS, IgA nephropathy, minimal change disease, all this thing which is nephrotic, why it is nephrotic, which is nephritic, why it is nephritic. Then diabetes nephropathy, very important. Then HLA, you should know the Behcet syndrome, you should know SLE, you should know psoriasis, and ankylosing spondylitis. Important questions, okay? Then examples of all the type of hypersensitivity reaction 1, 2, 3 and 4, everything you should know by heart about hypersensitivity reactions, and they are examples because they tend to ask you which hypersensitivity is this, okay? Then we have graft versus host reaction. That table you should know: acute, hyperacute, what is the timing, when it is rejected, why it is rejected, that you should know. Also repair and regeneration is important. So these are some few topics in pathology, guys. So you have to study pathology nicely, as I said. So these are some few topics. So let's begin with the next subject now. Next subject on my list is pharmacology. So yes, I know pharma is very difficult and remembering everything together is very difficult in pharma. So let's see what I have brought for you. So in general pharma, we have the graph of efficacy and potency. Then different schedules of drug regulations, different phases of drug cycle, trials, different trials of drug cycle. They will ask you trials because you know this pandemic is there. I don't know what these people are going to do, but please study drug trials. Then first order kinetic and zero order kinetic, which drugs follows what, you should know. Half life, the formula you should know: 0.7 into VD by CL, we all know. So that formula you should know. Volume distribution graph and volume distribution, what is volume distribution and which drugs follow, so you should know that. That is all about general pharma. So general pharma mein most important is the clinical trial of the drug, so please study that nicely. Then important topic, ANS. Let's start ANS. What you have to study in that, you have to study the location of the receptors like alpha 1, alpha 2, M1, M2 and M3. Then action of the receptors. Then receptors in the eye, what drugs you give, what is myasthenia gravis, please study that, it is important what drugs is used for the diagnosis. Then atropine and organophosphate poisoning and their treatment. Then clonidine and cheese reaction. Yes, clonidine and cheese reaction is important. The question came regarding cheese reaction in my exam. Then uses of neostigmine, what is the uses of neostigmine. Then side effect of antipsychotic drugs. Then non-epileptic use of phenytoin, valproate and topiramate, like besides epilepsy where you use them. Then we have ergoids and amantadine in Parkinsonism. Please study Parkinsonism also nicely. Drug of choice in seizures, what are the drug of choice in seizures, what will you give, what are the withdrawal symptoms when you consume opioids, so what are the withdrawal symptoms. Then disulfiram reaction, it is important. Then we have lithium, SSRIs and TCA. These are the drugs which you have to study their side effects. Like they tend to ask you what is the side effect of lithium. So in my exam that question came regarding lithium, the side effect. So I gave you few more like SSRIs and TCA. Please study the side effects. Then we have ACE inhibitors, renin inhibitors, side effects and their role in hypertension. Then digoxin. Then we have statins and their side effects. Bile acid sequence for diabetes mellitus. Then tetracycline, the mechanism of action and the side effects. So in pharma we all know that they tend to ask you the mechanism of action, the side effect of this drug. So please study that part in pharma importantly and nicely. Then fourth and the fifth generation cephalosporins. Yes, cephalosporins, you have to remember the fourth and the fifth generation. Mostly the questions come from that. Then we have vancomycin, the MRSA, we all know. Side effect of anti-cancer drugs, side effect of drugs used in diabetes and oral insulin. So diabetes drugs are also important, please study them carefully. So these are all the topics which I wanted to tell you in pharmacology. So guys, next subject is physiology. Now in physiology there are various systems and every system is important. I don't have a bunch of list to tell you regarding physiology, what is important, what is not important, because I studied everything in physiology, but a few things like endocrine hormones are important, then the cardiac cycle is important. So endocrine, heart, respi, renal. These are the these are the 4-5 things which you have to study importantly in physiology. So don't skip anything in physiology because it is a small subject and scoring subject. So don't skip anything in physiology and study these things. Also study ear physiology, the various types of corpuscle, like Pacinian corpuscle is used for vibration. So like these kind of things they tend to ask you in physiology. So I don't have specific list of topics, but as I told you, the endocrine system, the respi, renal, cardiac, gastric glands and their cells and their functions, like G cell is for gastrin, so V cell is for what, like that. All the cells you have to study, cardiac cycle, and I said ear physiology. So these type of things are important in physiology, and I don't have much to tell in physiology because everything is important in physiology. So next subject is anatomy. So again, like physiology, anatomy also have a few list of questions, because anatomy, guys, I told you that they tend to ask you image based questions more. Also they ask you which nerve is supplied where and everything. So anatomy is like one of my favorite subjects, so I didn't skip anything in anatomy. So I don't know that which topic is more important and which topic is less important, but a few topics like I have listed, that is head and neck triangles are important. Then foramen, all the foramens of the base of the skull are important. Then cranial nerves, study everything in cranial nerves. Then because they tend to ask you which cranial nerve increases the intracranial pressure, so that is always a question I have seen in many papers. So it is just an example. So study everything nicely about cranial nerves. Then organ development, the cleft lip, cleft palate, genitourinary system. Then lower limbs and upper limbs. Lower limbs and upper limbs you have to study all the brachial plexus, what all they supply, and the muscle supply. Also the circle of Willis, you study that nicely. So in anatomy I feel image based questions are more likely, and they tend to ask you more. So please study image based questions. Like when you're studying anatomy, like take a diagram and study that, because many people tend to ask me that how do we study anatomy. So how I studied is like I took one diagram, and based on the diagram I labeled everything, and I used to study anatomy on that basis. Like I used to refer Azam sir's notes, which are the best notes. So if you have access to that, then please do refer that, because it is explained very nicely and in all diagrammatic form. So everything fits, like the whole image comes in forward during exams. So please, now I know there is no time to change the source, but the people who are in third year, second year, so they can start referring notes of different people, or they can also take notes from best teachers available, so that it will improve your knowledge. And you have lots of time, guys, if you are in second year, third year, like that. But those who are just going to give the exam, you don't have time, so you don't change your source, guys. Just stick to whatever you have. Okay, so let's begin with the next subject now. So next subject on my list is pedia. Again, pedia, ENT and ophtha, these are the scoring subjects, guys. So don't leave even a single line in the subject. So in these subjects you don't have to leave even a single line, guys. You have to study everything in these subjects. So pedia I have listed few, but for ENT and ophtha I don't have any such things which I have listed or I have marked important, because everything, each and every line I'm saying is important, so means everything is important. So in pedia they always tend to ask you questions on milestones, so study that milestone wala part nicely. Also they ask you questions on neuron tube defects, congenital heart diseases, diarrhea and the management of diarrhea was the question in my exam. And anthropometry, what are the anthropometric diameters, they ask you. Then congenital hypothyroidism and all the congenital diseases, what is autosomal recessive, what is autosomal dominant, everything they will ask you. So as I said, they tend to ask you questions on growth charts, the milestones. So in pedia everything is important. I cannot list various topics in pedia, and also in ENT and OFTA I cannot list any topic, guys. I have studied each and every line. So as I told you, each and every line is important. So please don't stop studying pedia, ENT and OFTA. You have to study everything in that, because these are the scoring subject. They fetch you 15 marks directly. So, and I'm sure you will get the 15 marks in your pocket, because they ask you easy questions and they ask you everything from the notes and FMG solutions. So try and refer that, and you can connect with me in the comment section below. If you have any other queries, or if you have any important topics with you, you can share them below in the comment section, so we can help each other grow. So that is always my motive, that I want to help you all. So we should help each other. That is what is humanity. And I want you all to pass, and all the best, guys. Keep studying, stay safe, and study nicely, and do well in your exams, okay? And if you have any queries, you can pin me down in the comment section below. You can talk to me freely there. I answer all your queries personally, and I give time to you. So please, if you like this video, do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. And see you next time. Bye bye.